I asked for this item to be pulled so that we could give recognition to our incoming Chief Probation Officer, Chris Wright. I'd like to ask Chris to come up to the podium, and I'd like to invite Judge Peterson also to join him. I just want to acknowledge and inform the public of the process that takes place when we replace a chief probation officer. And so Supervisor Perez and I served as a committee of two from the board, and there were two judges also on that panel doing the interviews, Judge Peterson and Judge Clark, who's the presiding judge. Additionally, we had our COO, Juan Perez, on the panel with us, asking questions, getting answers, and getting to know all of the applicants. And of course, the group felt that the most qualified candidate is Chris Wright. And so his application moved forward, and today the board would be declaring him as the Chief Probation Officer or ratifying that decision. I'd like to invite Supervisor Perez to comment if he'd like.
Thank you, Supervisor Washington. By all means, by far, Christopher Wright did an outstanding job. He deserves to be in this position. I've known him for a few years now. This man cares. He's compassionate. He's been in this line of work for years, 25. He's always thinking about his fellow man, how he can improve, how we can improve our system. And I know that he's going to do an outstanding job for us within the county of Riverside, and he's going to be a great leader. So, Christopher, congratulations, my friend.
And Judge Clark, could we get you to give us a few comments about the process and what your take on is how?
Yeah, absolutely.
And perhaps speak in the microphone so everyone can hear you, if you don't mind, Judge.
Thank you very much. And on behalf of the Riverside County Superior Court, we would like to congratulate you, Mr. Wright, on your appointment today. Well deserved. We went through the interview process, interviewed several candidates, some in county, some out of county. Obviously, everybody brought their A game, and for the most part, everybody interviewed really well. But Chris stood out, and as a member of the committee, it was a pleasure to hear from Chris for his vision for the probation department, for his outlook on how he wants to manage this department. He's got a strategic plan. He mentioned his 5-year strategic plan. And I got to say, as a committee, we were all very, very impressed, and we were all very much looking forward to Chris carrying out those things that he talked about. And it was an honor to meet him, and I look forward to working with you for the next several years. I know you got 25 in, but hopefully you've got 5 more at least. And but it's a pleasure to meet you, and I know you're going to be able to carry on and further the development of the Riverside County Probation Department as it was under Ron Miller's leadership. And so we welcome you and congratulate you. Thank you very much. All right.
I'd like to thank you all. I'd like to thank everyone in attendance, but first of all, I'd like to thank the board. Thank you, Chairman Jeffries, Supervisor Spiegel, Supervisor Washington, Supervisor Perez, and Supervisor Gutierrez. I would also like to thank Councilman Tran, and the Executive Office, Jeff Van Wagen and Juan Perez and Michelle Paradise for their support throughout this process. Also, I'd like to give a special thanks to the court, presiding Superior Court Judge Judith C. Clark, and thank you, Juvenile Presiding Judge Mark Peterson, for being here today and just being a part of the entire process also. Also, I'd like to thank the JJDPC, led by Christopher Kalopathy, for his recommendation and his process in this role. And I would also like to thank our former chief for allowing me to work alongside him to groom myself into this role and allowed to just grow. And I'm pretty nervous right now. I'm pretty nervous. Woo. To grow and learn. To grow and learn from a great partner. But lastly, and not least, I'd like to thank our staff for their patience and understanding during this entire process. Thank you for all the well wishes, and they were appreciated. It is truly an honor and a privilege to stand here today as the 12th chief in the Riverside County Probation Department's history. It would take decades to find the right words to define what this appointment means to me and my family. I will just say that it's the highest honor and achievement that I've been blessed with in my life, and I'm grateful and thankful. To the community, I promise you that I will give my best. To my staff, I promise to lead together as we strive for excellence. To the courts and the county, we promise to serve and provide quality services where there is a need. We have our challenges ahead, but I know with great staff and excellent collaborations already established and increasing daily, we can have the impact we have been striving to achieve for years now. Lastly, as the first African American to be honored with this position of Chief Probation Officer in Riverside County, I am proud to represent youth who often give up because they think the road to travel is too far. I say to you, no road is too rough, no road is too hard, and no road is too far. Keep striving, set your goals high, and never give up on your dreams. I also represent people of all colors in making sure that the Riverside County Probation Department works hard for every person we serve in the Riverside community. Our service has no color, no race, or no ethnicity. Our service has no biases or prejudice or stereotypes that only benefit a small group of residents. Our motto is serving the courts, changing lives, and protecting our community, and I believe our best is yet to come. To sum it up, I must say I've been blessed with so many opportunities to work with at almost all locations with so many great people that I don't have time to thank them all. I would like to thank my executive team for being here today and any of our staff that are in attendance. So I will speak directly to our current and future staff with this one message. Our time is now, and let's go build the best probation department in the state of California. I'd like to thank you, and again, thank the board for my appointment. And lastly, we're hiring. So anybody need a job out there? I see a lot of people out here. If you truly want to work for one of the best departments in the state, come work. We're ready. Thank you.
All right, Chief, and I'm happy to say that passed on a 5-0 vote, so you got through on the skin of your teeth. You did okay.